In scientific news that is absolutely true. Apparently, there's a barrier around the Earth protecting us from aliens.
Really?
Yeah. And again, science news that's absolutely true.
What happens? They come in and they get shocked, or?
Oh, yeah, like the blue light for flies.
Like a dog collar?
The dog collar thing, yeah. This revelation apparently comes from multiple aliens who've personally shared the information with a very special group of humans, begging the question of, how are they able to get to the humans? Unless they have, like, the code. Barrier down. That's from the Daily Star. I wanted to do some science today,
Thanks, man.
too. You know? Joe from the Oak Ridge Boys passed away. I loved Joe. I had spent a lot of time with him in the group, and I was a massive fan. At the Opry, I spent a lot of time with them.
They came here a couple times, too.
I didn't go on the road with them or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't tour with that Oak Ridge Boys.
No, we didn't think that.
Once, when we were in Austin, I walked out, and they were sitting on the couch going in the country station in Austin, and I walked back in the studio. I was like, these freaking Oak Ridge Boys are out there. And I remember they were like, huh?
Who?
And I was like, I know, that's the Oak Ridge Boys out there. First time I ever met him. It was super cool. But yeah, Joe passed away. He had ALS. Let me play a little Oak Ridge Boys for you. My grandma and I listen to this all the time. This is totally grandma influence music for me.
And that's Joe singing right there, the high part.
My heart, that's me singing out. It's on fire.
And that's Bones.
Hellfire. And the best part was the bass.
A boom bop ba ba bow wow.
Man, now I laugh because there's just so much joy. They provided my grandma on their music, and they were so super nice. He announced earlier this year he was retiring for health reasons. He didn't do the 50th anniversary tour. He authored 11 books, including his upcoming memoir, I See Myself, which is due out this November from Variety. Rest in peace, Joe. Loved him. Loved them. And, man, it just gives me good feelings because, you know, my grandma raised me for a lot of my life, and that was big to her. From the University of Tennessee, easy forgiveness is not good. Women who forgive their men for little transgressions, like coming home late or forgetting to stop at the grocery store, and do it a lot, are hurting their relationships. It's better to be somewhat hard on them. Researchers found that when a woman easily forgives, he was 6-7 times more likely to do it again because they didn't care.
So y'all are like children.
Or dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb.
You need to know.
Well, it's just like, it's humans. There are precedents. There are boundaries. There are, in our personal culture, there are things we expect of each other, and if it's not met, we should express happiness or sadness, But yeah, guys are idiots, though.
But how long do we have to do that? Like, not that long, right? Like a day is fine?
I think
What do you
consistency
mean?
is key.
Do
One
what?
day to be not forgiven and then forgive us?
I don't know, but usually I'm not forgiven until I do it right.
Oh,
I got
you
to prove I can do it right. Yeah.
That's tough.
I deserve that, though. A new research study found that men who go to plays and museums are healthier than men who don't go to plays and museums, according to data gathered from 50,000 adults. Health and happiness in men is correlated with a variety of activities, including arts, which could be a concert, which could be a theater. I would assume, though, if you can go to, like, plays and a lot of concerts, like, you're probably pretty healthy because you're not. Listen, I had jobs. I was just too tired to go to concerts.
I know cultured things like that seem like
I know it's a
time, access and time.
feels like rich people wrote this article.
But a lot of museums are free.
And also, if you're rich, you have better like health care, and you're probably a doctor too.
Right.
So you just look yourself on the old X-ray. All right, fix me. That men, and I'm sure there's something to this. I could probably even be a little more, because I think you relax at these things, which could help with stress.
That's true.
That's from the Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health. No, nothing about rich
your
people,
favorite journal.
Yeah. Read that every morning. And then finally, this may come as a surprise, but a hot drink can cool you down.
Huh?
Did you know that?
Well, I know that hot water freezes faster than cold.
I don't know if that
has
is the
nothing
same.
to
It's fact. But I mean,
No, I don't know if that's the same thing, but
okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, if
interesting,
hot
though.
water freezes faster, then hot water cooling you down faster. It's kind of the same. It has to do something with how vaporization is happening in water.
Let's see what happens here.
Okay.
Okay, she's right. Because she might be right.
I'm talking about at the freezer.
Yeah. Drinking a hot drink is a good idea on a hot day when you're really hot and sweating, because what happens is it's prevented from evaporating.
Shut up. That's what it says?
No, exactly what she said?
See, guys, listen.
Because it goes in and it's hotter, it doesn't evaporate, so it actually stays in you longer.
What?
What's up?
If you're in a humid place, don't. Yeah, I mean, really, if you're in a desert, they say, Drink something hot. You're trapped in the desert.
Take coffee.
I'm dying. I'm dying of thirst.
And-
Does anyone have a cappuccino?
And if you're really trying to freeze something, put it in the freezer warmer than colder, and it'll happen faster.
That's why I took a half step back after laughing at you.
Wow.
Because I
Problem.
realized
Don't know where I read that, but
I don't know everything.
me neither, and I'm...
This is the one thing that, well, you nailed it. You nailed it. That's from Smithsonian Magazine. All right, that's the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
Dirt Cheat from Cody Johnson, Bobby Bone Show. Thank you guys. Who's on the phone right now? Hey, Rachel, appreciate you calling in. What's going on?
Hey, Bobby, I had heard your story earlier about the owner advocating for the dog who had cancer, and so I just kind of wanted to tell my story. So I had found a lump about a year and a half ago and went to a series of doctors over a few months, and they were saying, you know, you're young, I wouldn't worry about it. It seems like it's just a cyst, and I just had a gut feeling something was off. So I walked myself into a radiology clinic, and it turned out that I had an aggressive form of breast cancer, but I caught it at stage 1. So I went through chemo and a series of surgeries and just received a clear blood test. So
Wow.
I just think it's really important that people, have the empowerment to advocate for themselves because, an opinion is not always necessarily the right way to go.
I appreciate you sharing that. I'm sorry that's happened to you. I have a lot of feelings here. I'm happy that how it's progressed. Like, I like that. But for those that just hear this for the first time, we had a clip from Dr. Josie, and she has a podcast called In the Vet's Office with Dr. Josie. And she was talking to Abby Smyers. And Abby's Dan from Dan and Shay's wife. And Abby's dog they took the dog in, and the vet was like, no, I think it's okay. It's good. And then she was like, I don't think so. So I took it to a second doctor, which is Dr. Josie, and she's like, no. It has cancer. And they've been fighting cancer with this dog. But my point was, like, I just trust, if a doctor says something, I'm in. Okay, cosign. Just because I just trust them. But it's a great point. With almost anything, like, it's okay to get a second opinion on something if it's something that is extremely important or valuable, like your health. And I think that's another great example from you, Rachel. So I appreciate you calling, and good luck with, this journey to health. And I'm super happy that you decided to go do that.
Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. Have a good day. Thank you. That podcast, if you want to check it out, it's called In the Vet's Office with Dr. Josie. She's a vet, and she has people bring their animals in, people that are famous. It's a really good podcast, and you learn a lot about your animal as well. The fact that she found the underwear, they pulled underwear out of the belly of a dog.
Surgically.
And it ends up being not the underwear of the wife of the guy, and that's how she found out she was being cheated on. That's crazy. In the Vet's Office with Dr. Josie. want to go over and talk to Shelly, who lives in Pennsylvania, because I think somebody won a bunch of money, like a scratch-off. Hey, Shelly.
Oh, hey, hello.
Hey, thanks for calling. What's the deal here with this scratch-off?
My mother was on her, well, first of all, she went into work. She was a dental assistant, and that morning she had got a bonus of $50. And on her lunch hour, she went to a local store, and she bought a $20 scratch-off ticket, and she scratched it off, and underneath the number that matched, it said mill.
Oh,
And she-
M-I-L-L. Oh, big letters. Oh, no.
Oh, my
That's
God.
awesome.
Yeah. And she was like, and she did it in her car, and she was like, oh, my God, I think I won $1 million. So she took it into the store, and she knew the cashier. And she said, I just think I won $1 million. And the cashier's like, well, here, get it here, and I'll run it through the machine. She ran it through the machine, and she's like, yes, you won. You won $1 million. And she was like, oh, my God, well, I have to call my husband. So she called my dad, and my dad's like, well, we have to look it up and see what we need to do. And she said, well, I have to get back to work. Because she was on her lunch hour. So she went back to work, and her boss was like, what's wrong with you? And she said, well, I just won $1 million on my lottery ticket. And he said, you need to get out of here and go take care of it. So she went home, and lo and behold, she did win. And
What'd she do with it? How much did she get after everything was done?
I believe it was $750,000. And then she got banged another $80,000 in January at tax time. But what she did, my mother is a very, very giving person. She did take out, I believe it was $25,000 for each grandchild. There were 3 of them. She invested it in college funds for each one. And then something, and like it accrued interest each year. And then she had a party for immediate family, and each member got an envelope with money in, and she gave each couple $100 worth of scratch-off tickets.
Oh, anybody hit?
She gave, no, not big. No.
Can you imagine? You don't get invited to that party. You're like a second cousin. 1, you don't get invited. And 2, if this happens to me, it's a game show. Like, It's not all going to be even in there. I got different amounts of money. We're recording it all for content. Everybody's going to get something, but let's play the game. Who loves Bobby the most? And then we do like trivia. But also, if I hit the mill, M-I-L-L, I'm thinking something's up too. Somebody's pranking me, or I want an old sawmill.
A mill.
Yeah. And now I got to pay for it.
Or you have to be in the military.
Or I was just drafted by a lottery ticket.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Shelly, I appreciate you telling that story. That is wild when you hear from somebody who it actually affects their life and they actually win. I hope you have a good day, Shelly. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
That's awesome.
By the way, we don't know the name of the place, but I think when we're in Tucson tomorrow evening, we'll be doing our podcast from some barbecue place.
Oh, we don't.
They were like, we want you to go to this place. They have a stage. I'm like, what's the name of it? We don't know.
Okay.
What's the address? We don't know.
There's barbecue.
But we're planning to be at some barbecue place in Tucson tomorrow night because we're going to go shoot with the University of Arizona in the afternoon at a barbecue place at 7 tomorrow night.
At least it
That's our
narrows it
plan.
down.
Yes. Not Chinese food.
Mexican.
Barbecue.
Yes, we're going to be at a barbecue place. Yeah, thanks for that. Let me go over and talk to Aaron in North Carolina. Hey, Aaron, you're on the Bobby Bone Show. What's going on?
Hi. So I had an inquiry/request.
Go ahead.
And maybe it's something you cover on your Bobbycast, but not on the show anymore. I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance to get to listen and catch up on the podcast. But I know you used to do like a class of the year. So I believe the class of 2018, you had an up-and-comer. You wanted to get his name out and recommended people start listening. And it was Luke Combs. And you had a couple other people who weren't, quite big names, doing big tours, have mass followings, and that type of a thing, like no Opry members or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, why did you stop doing it? Or if you didn't and it's somewhere else, where would we find that? And if you're not, could you start doing it again?
Great question. I appreciate you asking it like that. The music and country music, and so it works, but they're never like, go and expose artists. But I love music and love country music. So if I find someone, I just go, hey, this is good. For example, yesterday on the show, I was talking about this guy named Styles. So I'll just do it many times throughout the year when it feels like it, instead of assigning a time to it and then limiting myself to do it, if that makes sense. It was just a modification. I didn't want to be, one, stuck with only 5, or 2, have to find 5 if I don't have 5 that I really like.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I can play it again, but this song, and this is an example of, we did this yesterday, and then all night, 100%, 100%. So this is Styles. This song is called 100%. Again, not Harry. This is a country boy right here. Bobby Bone Show. Tell me that's not catchy as crap.
Can't tell you that.
It is 100%.
Tell me that's
Cannot
not
tell
catchy.
you that.
Exactly. Can't.
Not gonna tell you.
100%. We should have him up here and play it too. I don't even know. I never met him, but that's good. Is he good, Mike? You know what I'll do? Can I be honest with everybody for a second? Mike will go is my scout. You know how teams will be like, let me go scout players.
He goes to their shows?
No, but he'll go to and like look at a bunch of live stuff just to make sure they don't come in and suck. Because the worst, it's bad for both of us if they suck. Bad
I
for
wrote a
them.
song with him, but I don't know what he's like live.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help us then.
Cool,
you
dude.
just said a bunch of words that took time up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it-
thanks for that
yeah.
Well, I don't know what he's like on a show.
Oh, you just wanted to brag, actually.
Wait,
You wanted to
wrote a
brag,
song
you wrote a
with him?
song.
Well, I wrote a
That's how I
song with
knew
him.
who he was too.
But here's the deal. I thought it was Harry Styles when I accepted the right.
And the other person's name was what? And
Steve Nicks.
he thought it was.
Stevie
Steve
Nicks.
Nicks.
Yeah, he thought he was writing the Harry Styles Stevie Nicks.
Wow.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
He kind of looks like Cole Swindell-ish to me.
A little bit.
A little bit.
He's ripped, though.
But he's not.
bigger.
If you walked in, I wouldn't know who he was. I just like his song. 100%. Yeah, we should get him up here. So there's that. We're coming back in a second. Most of the time, I think the Lunchbox he builds stories up and tricks us into like following along, and sometimes he lies. But I think this next story he's going to tell, I think I would be upset. I would be irritated.
Oh, no.
And it was, if true, unbelievable. If true, unbelievable.
100% true.
100%. All right, back in a second. If true, prepare yourself to be grossed out, but not in a way that you don't want to listen to the show. Lunchbox goes on vacation. We all do last week. We had the week off. What happened?
Went to Chicago, stayed at a hotel downtown, right there by Navy Pier, everything. And we're staying 3 nights at the hotel. So we wake up on day 3. So we've spent 2 nights there. And we're looking for one of the kids' shoes. And I kind of lift up the sheets, you know, that one that hang over the side of the bed. And under the bed is not the shoe. It's a used condom.
Oh.
A used condom under the bed.
It's not good.
So what do you do immediately?
Oh,
okay.
And my wife's like, what? And I'm like, used condom. My kid's like, what? Let me see. What is that? What is that, Dad?
Oh, balloon.
And I'm like, nope. Everybody away. Everybody away.
Okay, then after your initial reaction,
I go down to the front desk.
you walk, you didn't call.
Oh, no, there's no call. This is, hey, let's get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want the kids climbing under the bed if I have my back turned, grabbing that thing.
But do you take it with you to the front desk to show them?
No.
Like a little baby bird in your palm. Yeah.
No, I don't have any plastic gloves to pick it up.
What do you say?
And I go up to the front desk. Oh, what can I do for you today, sir? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I've been here for 2 nights.
Is this the same tone? Like, recreate the tone. I want
I
to hear
said,
it. Oh, no.
yeah, we got kind of a problem. She's like, oh, what is that? I said, well, I was looking for one of the kids' shoes this morning and I look under the bed, and there is a used condom under my bed.
What her eyes do? Or his
She
eyes?
goes, oh, I am so sorry about that, sir.
Starts typing.
Yeah, she, what room number are you? And you tell her the room number, and she's like, okay, 421. Okay. And then
Can you describe it, please?
Yeah. What color?
Was it a
And I'm
Magnum?
and I'm just like, I don't know if you guys just didn't clean the room.
So you're wanting them to go, we're sorry, we'll move you and we'll give you free room. Or
I'm
something.
expecting them to say, hey, you know what I mean? We're going to comp your stay, move you to another
Yeah.
room, all that.
What did they end up giving you?
She says, well, if you'd like to leave the room, I can send someone up to clean the room. And if you want to go to our restaurant, we can give you $50 so you can enjoy a meal.
No, I don't want to eat after that.
Did you feel that was enough?
No!
What did you say that you
I was
didn't
like-
feel that was enough?
I was like, that's it? She goes, well, yeah, sir, I'm sorry. Sometimes when they're cleaning, they miss things.
Oh, that's not
That's a
that's
big-
not a cup.
It's a
That's
big
a
miss.
big miss.
Yeah.
It's a big miss.
It's not like a plastic cup they didn't see behind like a counter or something. Oh. So in the end, what happened? Did you move rooms?
No move rooms.
Okay.
They cleaned the room. We got $50 at the restaurant.
You settled for that?
How?
I'm surprised you settled and didn't throw a fit.
Well, I got my kids with me, man, and my wife's like, let's just go. We'll go, let's get
If she wasn't there, what do you think you would have done?
Oh, I would have been like, no. We're moving rooms, and this is comped. Like, this is ridiculous. You can't be a used condom under the
We
bed.
heard you.
Even a unused in a wrapper, I'd have been like, what else isn't clean? And how they didn't look under here, and that's just weird. I'd have felt weird about it.
And the wrapper's okay, though. Ben.
No, but I'm just saying it's trash left behind.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. No, it's
No.
trash left behind. And I'd have been like, what else did they not see? So that would have been
Right.
weird. But
I mean, the bed was the bed was made like
that means they didn't move those sheets either.
oh,
They changed the sheets.
No. If it was covering the used condom, you think they pulled the sheets off and they still didn't see it under there with the sheets off. They didn't change the sheets.
oh, don't tell me that. I didn't think about that.
Because they would have seen the used condom. He did simply because a shoe moved.
I mean, this is so
This
gross.
is worse.
I would, okay,
didn't
I
think
understand
about
with
that.
having your kids and
Oh.
everybody unpacked and not wanting to switch the room. So, okay, fine. Yes, go clean the room. But also I don't want to pay for my stay. Like this is diseases. This is not okay. This is not okay. Ugh.
Ugh.
Like his kids, oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Oh, they
I'm
would've
so
found
glad
it?
Lunchbox
Oh my
is the one
gosh.
that found it and not one of the kids like
Chewing
playing with
on
it
it?
like
Yeah.
a glove, like
I know.
putting his hand in.
So what did you learn from this? And what can we take from this?
When you go, listen, man, I'm not one of these like germaphobes, but when you go into a hotel room, check under the bed first thing. See if anything's left behind.
What's
You
happening?
got to check under the bed from now on.
I think that just shows they didn't clean the sheets either. Because if you saw it,
Oh, don't tell me that.
if you saw it
I didn't
just from moving a shoe right there, they would have seen it had they moved the sheet at all.
That is so gross.
That is so
That is
gross.
disgusting.
Did you bring it in? Show us.
No.
Oh, okay.
Where is it now? You threw it away?
No, they went and cleaned the room. I didn't touch
You didn't
it.
touch it.
All right, let's play I Had Some Help. Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, Bobby Bone Show.